Hello everybody, this is me, Paul. That's my studio, Warsaw, Poland, and my humble YouTube channel. How are you today? Hope all is good. I'm great, I'm ready actually to start the weekend. It's Friday night even, I would say. But before that happens, there's one thing, more than one thing, but there's especially one thing I'd like to talk about today and review it for you. Moog has just released their Moogerfooger suite. 7 plugins recreating 7 classic stomp boxes for your synths, for your guitars and anything you wish. And guys, I have to take a look. This is actually Moog software. I'm an owner of a Moog synthesizer, for example, a hardware one. Let's get into it. Okay guys, all the plugins are installed with no hassle, everything's ready, and as I'm working on a large library of cinematic elements, I'm gonna use one of the loops I'm working on for the purpose of today's test. That's not gonna be a retro style synth or guitar music that would probably fit this suite of plugins nice, but we're gonna experiment a bit with some cinematic elements. And let's take a look at today's session. Looks like this: drums, some strings and synth bass, then some choir and some other instruments. Plain and simple, I would say. Also, it's already mixed and mastered. And now, we're gonna spoil it a bit with Moogerfooger suite. Let's go! The first one is Delay, MF-104S. Looks like this, works as mono and stereo. And, well, I put it on drums actually. Okay, let's go! So yeah, I've got a short and a long one, and already I have to tell you that it sounds really vintage, really analog-like. I know it's all digital, but yeah, I do like the tone of it. This is actually what I expected from Moogerfooger, knowing the original series a bit. I was never an owner of this, but I somehow know how it sounds. I have come across some music made using it. I know my friends are using it. I know what it is, how it sounds. And I like it. Let's tweak it more. Guys, yeah, this is kind of simple, right? This is a simple delay. Like, it's almost the same, I believe, than in original Moogerfooger. Let me check. Yeah, I've got delay time, feedback, short or long, also drive, output level mix, LFO with rate and amount, and I've got tap tempo, of course, because this is an analog equipment. And here I've got simply sync. I've got also active here, and I've got LFO sync. Guys, anyway, this is cool. I like it. Next one, Freqbox, and this is an interesting one because this is a voltage-driven oscillator originally. Let's hear it. Yeah, so it's amplitude driven. It's got envelope without any settings, drive, also sync on off, waveform frequency, the same as original. And I have to tell you, that's the one that probably is gonna have least use in my library. But, well, maybe someone's gonna use it one day and show me that it's really cool and creative. MuRF is the next one, and this one is really interesting because these are like 8 filters, or a filter that has 8 bands and it's rhythmic with some patterns. It reminds me a bit of my Boss RC20 that SL20 that I'm having right here. It's slicing the sound a bit, but it's also doing some crazy filtering. Let's hear it. Yeah, it's just a tool of its own kind, you know, and this one really is creative as for me, and I can really imagine myself using it to spice some drums or rhythmic elements up. And maybe that's my favorite from the suite, I don't know. Now let's get to the bass, and let's see the classic filter. I can tell you that this sounds like a really good recreation of a Moog, classic Moog filter. I've got one analog one and I really know it quite well. Nice. So, like, I like it. And why I like it is also because I've got Moog XL filter by UAD, and I'm maybe gonna compare quickly both. That's a good idea. Boom! Guys, cut off here, resonance is 6, resonance is 6, it's gonna be 2-pole, so it's gonna be 12 dB, let's say, exactly 2-pole, resonance is here, and let's try. Yeah, the same very nice tone. And this is actually great news, guys. If you're not a user of Universal Audio Platform, you've got the same great Moog filter available as a plugin. So probably that's going to be the most popular of the whole suite. This is my guess, let's say. And yes, it does sound great. I know it already. Let's go on. Ring modulator and my choir. I'm not a guy using ring modulation, but this is a very classic sound of an analog ring modulator. You know what's also cool about this suite? You've got drive knob as with the originals, and it works like an analog-like saturation. Quite a good one, I have to also tell you. Wow, that's nice. Next, phaser and a piano. Also, a really classic phaser sound, like with the original. Another great one, really, guys. I know this is a really quick look, but I have to tell you, all these plugins are really very high quality. These are very good, very meticulously crafted algorithms that are very close to Moog units and analog sound, which is also a great news. Let's get one more. It's Clusterflux. This is, let's say, flanger chorus pedal originally, but with also some creative use beyond that, I would say, and let's test it out. Yeah, this one is very simple, yet this is tons of fun, this one. And guys, that's the quickest reasonable look I could have at all the 7 plugins in like 10 minutes. I'm also taking a look at Moog's website, and they say farewell Moogerfooger, and they link to the effects plugins, and they say that they quit the making of these. Probably they're gonna be back one day. Let me have a guess. They're gonna get back in short collector series, and the original units that are on the market, the value of these gonna rise. So all the owners, please be happy, because you've got some really cool and valuable equipment right now. And I'm also wondering, wouldn't that be cool if they made the recreations of the April Fool's Day Moogerfoogers that were announced back then? Because yes, there were 3 additional, as far as I know, 3 additional pedals that were just a joke. And one was called 433 after John Cage's famous piece of silence, and it had just one button to make exactly 4 minutes and 33 seconds of silence. And another 2 were MF-FM, which was supposed to be able to tune into some radio frequencies and use them to create some sounds and output it. And actually, not a device of that kind actually did exist. It was made by Soma, and it's called Ether Anti-Radio Receiver, and actually it did receive radio waves to mangle them and output them, so maybe they were inspired by the Moog's joke. And the third one was MF-106. It was a time compressor, not a sound compressor, not an audio one. It was able to compress the time the way that you could hear the notes before they really appeared. Don't ask me about more, but that was the idea of this joke. And guys, I want to see these as plugins. Let's sum the things up. Do I like this new suite of plugins by Moog? Yes, I do totally love it. It's very classic, and if you're looking for classic effects like delay, phaser, flanger, chorus, you're there. You can't get it any better than this, probably. This is Moog. It's a really great recreation. It sounds great. Also some more creative effects out there that you can use. Probably it's not gonna work for every genre of music, for everything what you do, but if you into some vintage synth, guitar, acoustic, whatever sound, you're actually totally there. And I suppose that the fact that Moogerfoogers hardware are off the production line, that's going to be massively popular. And guys, congratulations on this, Moog people, and you just take a look, test it. It's a 7-day free trial, and maybe go for it. Take care, see you soon.